but how was that sort of performance and result for you tonight?
I think it was a good performance from us. I think they were quite physical and I think quite a transitional game in the first half, but I think we controlled a lot of the second half and tried to push on and get a goal, but I think overall it was a good game.
The Olympic champions versus the European champions, did that match deliver?
What you're saying is we gave you a 0-0 draw.
A little bit.
I think I'm happy with it previous to Germany game, obviously. Like the first half for us wasn't great then, so I'm happier from a team perspective, but I think you just saw two good teams sort of trying to figure each other out and trying to break each other down, and today wasn't the day for either of us.
Was it enjoyable out there?
Yeah, enjoyable. We worked hard. I think everybody worked really hard. You could see by the end. I'm a defender, you know, I can't complain about those sorts of things, but the girls put in a really good shift, so I think enjoyable is the right word. Like, what an occasion. The atmosphere was great, but yeah, everybody worked really hard.
To go from a 4-3 defeat to Germany at one point being 3-0 down to then having a goalless draw with the best team in the world on paper at Wembley, what work's been done between now and then?
Obviously, we wanted to be really defensively secure and just wanted to play our game, but respect the opposition. Obviously, not that we didn't last time, but we weren't at the races at the start of the game. So I think you saw that today. I think we were a bit more assured as a team, and we didn't give them as many gaps to play through. So yeah, like I say, that takes a lot of hard work. But yeah, it was a good night in that respect.
I don't know if you heard it, but 78,000 fans in tonight is a new world record for a women's friendly. What was it like to be out there playing in a crowd like that? And it's only a friendly game.
Yeah. Doesn't really feel like a friendly, doesn't it? Like when you're playing, especially from a different continent, you know what I mean? It was a special fixture. I'm glad that people came out to see it. I wish there was more goals, but it is special when you walk out of Wembley, and when we come out of the warm-up, you can hear that noise, and throughout the game, it's obviously special for us.
A lot of the talk beforehand was always going to be about Emma Hayes. Was it nice that she didn't get one over?
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, we didn't want any of them to be able to say that they come here and won, and they didn't. So we'd like to take that with us. We also didn't, but next time. Thank you. Thanks very much.
We have Ali Krieger with us as well, and she said she was watching when you came out, and she's like, "Oh, this walking 28,000 at Wembley." Just walk me through the emotions of what you were feeling going out there for such a moment.
Yeah, I mean, it was wild because it was silent whenever we got the ball, and then whenever England had the ball, it was so loud. So yeah, I mean, ultimately that was an amazing experience, and I'm so blessed to be able to play in such an amazing stadium, and unlucky that we didn't get the win, and I feel like we just have more in the tank, and we're excited to get back in the next game.
Well, it's 0-0 in the end, but what's your biggest takeaway from this one as you go ahead to the next one?
Well, I feel like that's the biggest crowd that I've ever played in front of, so it's kind of getting that out the way, and now I can really just focus on my game and regardless of the crowd, just like going out there and playing and performing.
First off, just a reaction to what looked like an intense night out there.
Yeah, I mean, it was just an amazing experience. I'm just like really happy to be able to come out here and represent the U.S. in this amazing stadium. It was so loud whenever England had the ball, and then when we had the ball, it was like silent, so it was like not too terribly bad. But yeah, it was fun.
Emma Hayes said before the game, one of the lessons she wanted was for the younger players to get used to playing in a crowd like that. So how was it?
I mean, I feel like it was really cool. Like, I didn't think that it affected me too much, aside from like actually getting on the field. But once I was on the field, it was just all soccer, and we just played, and it was locked in.
You can see the smile on your face. That you clearly enjoyed that tonight.
Yeah, it was really fun.
How was it coming up against England, and what did you make of them? Because it looked physical out there.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched them so much growing up, so I hyped it up a lot in my head, and when I got out there, I was like, oh, like I can play, and it was just like a cool experience. I think like all those players out there are so amazing, so it was definitely physical, definitely a battle. But ultimately, I feel like we did well.
One of those days you'll look back on and enjoy, I suppose.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Hey. Okay. Talk me through. nearly 80,000 folks in there. What's it like to play on those lights?
Oh my god, it's so fun. I think that's my third time playing in Wembley. I played one time when it was completely empty during COVID, and then the next time it was sold out, and then this time it was sold out again. Yeah, it's an amazing atmosphere even when you have the fans cheering against you. But yeah, like incredible atmosphere, such a fun game to be a part of.
And this is a hostile environment, like you said, like when everybody's cheering against you. So what does that bring to like this squad where a lot of places we go, we're fan base?
Yeah, I mean, I think it like gives us great experience. I think when like England has momentum, you especially feel it because of the crowd. But I think it's great experience. Obviously, we're not always going to have games where we have a home crowd. So I think for all of us to be able to play in front of that and perform is good experience.
And then that 0-0 draw, like what do we take away from a gritty game like that where both sides can't be separated?
Yeah, I mean, I think on one end you're happy to get the shutout, but then on the other, not satisfied to not get on the scoreline. So I think it's just like one of those things that we'll look at film and we'll learn and grow from it.
Well, go ahead. Rosie, just obviously still young, but you know,
Me?
you have so much, of course.
Oh my God, thank you.
But you still have so much experience around you, and now you're playing with so many players, you know, who don't have as many caps. This is the first time for them walking out to a stadium like this. What's the chemistry like, and how are you guys like building it with so many different kind of pairings, especially in attack?
Yeah, I think it's been really fun. I think Emma's done a really good job of getting us like all cohesive no matter who's on the field, and I think we have a really, really talented group. Even I think it's always been with this team, but it's always kind of the next man up mentality, and I think everybody that started and everybody that came in did a really good job. So I think we look to build on that every single camp and every single game.
With that veteran experience, we have a debut tonight. Like, what is it like watching Allie make her debut and like being one of the leaders on this team to help usher in that new era of girls?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for her. It's so funny because last time we were here, Alyssa got her first cap, and I'm like, not many people can say they got their first caps at Wembley and a sold-out crowd. So I'm just really happy for her. I think she's such a great player. She had such a great season for Utah. So I think for her to be able to end the year getting her first cap here is really exciting, and I know there's like so much more to come for her.
Right down here, Rosie.
First off, just how was that? 'Cause that looked like a physical battle out there.
It was a good game, great atmosphere to play in. I think it was pretty back and forth for us. Obviously, always want to score, but we're happy to keep a clean sheet.
It looked like one of those games where the slightest mistake could have cost either side. Was it kind of tense out there?
Yeah, I think it was tense, as in, you know, it was a big game. Both sides want to win, and I think both sides playing aggressively, like a mistake could cost a goal. So, yeah, it did feel like that.
I mean, this game didn't need any extra sort of hype going into it. It's England USA, probably nearly sold out Wembley, but the Emma Hayes factor's better than everyone's been talking about all week. Because it felt kind of a bit weird where the coach is the centre of attention going into a game.
I honestly try not to pay attention to all of that going into it, so I haven't noticed that. I think, like you said, for us, it's England USA. That's always a big game, and you know we want to come out. We want to try to give our best performance and try to win.
What did you make of England tonight?
I think they were good. I think they, in their defense, tried to slow us down, and then in their attack, were kind of methodical, building out, trying to pull us out of places, and then exploit us there. So yeah, I think it was a good performance from them.
And obviously, a good result here at Wembley shows you guys are building something special going into the cycle we're talking about.
Yeah, you know, you always want to win, but I think, you know, good for us to come in, get control of the ball in a stadium like this, in a game like this, and, you know, have a lot of newer faces, new lineups on the field, and really try to build those connections going into this cycle.
You kept Wembley quiet.
Well, that's good.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Elisa wants to train with you.
Oh, yeah, I was looking for her.
Hi.
Here, now, take a step here.
Oh.
Right there.
All right.
Okay. Under the lights in Wembley. Tell me the post-game feels about it.
Yeah, I mean, it was an amazing atmosphere, 83,000, which is incredible. I think we're a little disappointed overall. I felt like we had control most of the game, but had a little bit where England was strong and had chances. But Yeah, I think overall it was a good performance, but again, I think we want to get in the final third, finish our chances, and really punish teams.
What does it teach us in these moments of like a gritty draw like this and like in a hostile environment against an incredible opponent? What's that like?
Yeah, I mean, compared to when we were last year, there's so much improvement and a lot of positives. I think our mentality, our fight, tackles, all of that, I think we really, set the tone a lot of times for the game. So I think with that, we have another big game coming up with the Netherlands. So I think we'll take the positives from this game and then also the learnings, like I said, in terms of just me personally, the final ball, getting those chances and finishing chances, and go from there.
And then, of course, living here, you know how hyped up this match was. Of course, European champions, Olympic champions, number 1 versus number 2. Overall, how do you feel you guys did, in terms of using the opposition as a measuring stick?
Yeah. England are so talented. There's a reason why they're European champions. We knew that with them, with the crowd, with the stadium, the experience, it was going to be hard. So I think for us, being away and getting, like you said, a gritty draw, I think we're coming away with some positives. But again, like I said, I think we're a little bit disappointed that we didn't finish some of the chances that we had with final passes and things like that.
And there's fresh new faces in this in terms of, it's amazing to see the chances that Emma's bringing to think that they're walking out in front of a crowd of over 70,000. You know, I know you as one of the more experienced players, what was the, I suppose, conversations with them like? Because even Jaden just said walking out, she felt it, she felt the anxiety.
Yeah, I mean, from day one when we got here, we talked about the stadium, the crowd, and really how this was going to be a challenge in a high-pressure environment, but that's why everyone's here. And with the new players, I thought they did an amazing job with that pressure. Both Alyssa and Emma starting, and it's tough, but I think for us, we emphasized being with each other, communicating, especially for them, it can be just a little scary, but I think we gave them a lot of confidence and support, and so I'm really proud of them, and also Allie coming in, getting her first cap. There's a lot of positives, and like you said, we have a lot of new players, so I think the cohesiveness and the game changers that came in, they were all solid, so yeah.
In a big game like this, how do you make sure that you're playing the game and not the occasion?
I mean, I think you play the game, for me personally, based on my season and how many games I have been playing. It's been game after game, so I think that does help in the sense you just get into a rhythm and you don't think of the occasion, you think of it just as another game. We also emphasize that in the sense that it's just another amazing opportunity to be challenged and to prove what we're about. So I think we took that and just kind of changed the nervous energy into excitement.
And 2024 is
I'm sorry, I gotta move her down. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
We're good.
Okay. The bright lights, big arena.
Yeah.
What is it like playing in an environment like this where we're not the home team, not the crowd favorite?
It was, for me, it was very special tonight because I think you saw a lot more composure and calmness in our team and the way that we controlled the game in moments, in spurts. I think it went back and forth in little bits of the game, but I think it was a much different game than the last time that we came to London and played here at Wembley. So I think that was a really special thing for me when sometimes I can tune it out and play and possess and really feel the game. So really proud of our team tonight for coming out and doing that.
And then it was a gritty draw to leave with a shutout, but tough on the other side. What do we take away from a game like this?
Yeah, again, a lot of what I just said. I think we showed control, a lot of poise, and we created chances. I think we could have scored a few of them, and obviously unfortunate. I was very well offside on that one. And with the pen call, I think it did hit her body and then her hand. So it's unfortunate, but we build off of that, and I think there was a lot of really good takeaways. Players coming in and playing, in a big game for a first time in front of this kind of crowd. I'm really proud of them, and yeah, we keep moving forward, and hopefully in the Netherlands we go get a win.
And Lizzie, just of course, there's so many new fresh faces, which is something that Emma definitely loves doing, and it's so great to see everybody rise to this challenge. As one of the veterans, how is it, working on the chemistry with different pairings, especially in the attacking half of the field?
Yeah, I mean, today it was so seamless. I think it was really cool seeing someone like Yaz come into the game, and this is a massive game to come into, and it's 0-0, and she came in and posed herself right away, and I felt chemistry with her, and I think she felt in the game right away, getting a few shots on goal and doing her thing, so that's really cool to see. And then you have an Alex Hetner coming in as well, getting her first cap, so really cool for her.
Good move down right here. Last one. Lindsay, you got to come right here. Hold on, let me